building and training of members of local councils and Women Development Committee and staff of local government authority. This will be exchanged from the Maldivian side by His Excellency Ahmed Khalil, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, and on the Indian side by Shri Giriraj Singh, Minister for Rural Development and Panchayati Raj. Next, we have a MOU for cooperation in the area of cyber security. This will be exchanged on the Maldivian side by His Excellency Ahmed Khalil, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, and on the Indian side by Shri Ashwini Vaishnav, Minister of Railways, Communications, Electronics and Information Technology. Third, we have a MOU on collaboration in potential fishing zone forecast capacity building. This will be exchanged from the Maldivian side by His Excellency Fayaz Ismail, Minister of Economic Development, and on the Indian side by Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of Earth Sciences, Oceanography, etc. Number 4 is a MOU on cooperation in the field of disaster management. This will be exchanged from the Maldives side by His Excellency Ibrahim Amir, Minister of Finance, and on the Indian side by Shri Manu Mahavar, High Commissioner of India to the Maldives. Number 5 is an agreement between Exim Bank of India and Ministry of Finance of the Maldives for police infrastructure. This will be exchanged from the Maldives side by Commissioner of Police Mohammed Hamid, and on the Indian side by Ms. Harsha Bangadi, Managing Director of the Exim Bank of India. And finally, we have a letter of intent on buyer's credit funding approval of $119 million for additional 2,000 social housing units to be constructed in Hudumale. This will be exchanged from the Maldivian side by His Excellency Ibrahim Amir, Minister of Finance, and on the Indian side by Mrs. Harsha Bangadi, Managing Director of the Exim Bank. Excellencies, this concludes the exchange of agreement ceremony. I now request the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs to conduct the rest of the proceedings.
Your Excellency, Mr. Ibrahim Solih, President of the Republic of Maldives, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, honorable members from both countries, distinguished members of the delegation, friends from the media, we will now have the press statements. May I now request Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji to make his press statement. Sir, the floor is yours.
Your Excellency, my friend राष्ट्रपति सोली, दोनों डेलीगेशंस के सदस्य, मीडिया के प्रतिनिधि, नमस्कार। सबसे पहले मैं अपने मित्र राष्ट्रपति सोली और उनके डेलीगेशन का भारत में स्वागत करता हूं। पिछले कुछ वर्षों में भारत और मालदीव के मित्रतापूर्ण संबंधों में नया जोश आया है, हमारी नजदीकियां बढ़ी हैं। महामारी से पैदा हुई चुनौतियों के बावजूद हमारा सहयोग एक व्यापक भागीदारी का रूप लेता जा रहा है। फ्रेंड्स, आज राष्ट्रपति सोली के साथ मैंने कई विषयों पर व्यापक चर्चा की। हमने हमारे द्विपक्षीय सहयोग के सभी आयामों का आकलन किया और महत्वपूर्ण क्षेत्रीय एवं वैश्विक मुद्दों पर भी विचारों का आदान प्रदान किया। अभी कुछ देर पहले हमने ग्रेटर माला कनेक्टिविटी प्रोजेक्ट की शुरुआत का स्वागत किया। यह मालदीव का सबसे बड़ा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट होगा। हमने आज ग्रेटर माले में 4000 सोशल हाउसिंग यूनिट्स उसके निर्माण के प्रोजेक्ट का रिव्यू भी किया। मुझे ये घोषणा करते हुए प्रसन्नता है कि हम इसके अतिरिक्त 2000 सोशल हाउसिंग यूनिट्स के लिए भी फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट देंगे। हमने $100 मिलियन की अतिरिक्त लाइन ऑफ क्रेडिट देने का निर्णय भी किया है ताकि सभी प्रोजेक्ट्स समयबद्ध तरीके से पूरे हो सके। फ्रेंड्स, इंडियन ओशन में ट्रांसनेशनल अपराध, आतंकवाद तथा ड्रग्स तस्करी का खतरा गंभीर है और इसलिए रक्षा और सुरक्षा के क्षेत्र में भारत और मालदीव के बीच करीबी संपर्क और समन्वय पूरे क्षेत्र की शांति और स्थिरता के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। इन सभी साझा चुनौतियों के खिलाफ हमने अपना सहयोग बढ़ाया है। इसमें मालदीव के सुरक्षा अधिकारियों के लिए कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग और ट्रेनिंग सहयोग भी शामिल है। मुझे ये घोषणा करते हुए खुशी है कि भारत मालदीव सुरक्षा बल के लिए 24 वाहन और एक नेवल बोट प्रदान करेगा। हम मालदीव के 61 आइलैंड्स में पुलिस सुविधाओं के निर्माण में भी सहयोग करेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, मालदीव सरकार ने 2030 तक कार्बन एमिशन को नेट जीरो करने का लक्ष्य रखा है। मैं इस कमिटमेंट के लिए राष्ट्रपति सोलिह को बधाई देता हूं और ये आश्वासन भी देता हूं कि इस लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति के लिए भारत मालदीव को हर संभव सहयोग देगा। भारत ने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर वन वर्ल्ड, वन सन, वन ग्रिड इसकी पहल उठाई है और इसके तहत हम मालदीव के साथ प्रभावी कदम ले सकते हैं। फ्रेंड्स, आज भारत मालदीव पार्टनरशिप न सिर्फ दोनों देशों के नागरिकों के हित में काम कर रही है बल्कि क्षेत्र के लिए भी शांति, स्थिरता और समृद्धि का स्रोत बन रही है। मालदीव की किसी भी जरूरत या संकट में भारत फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्डर रहा है और आगे भी रहेगा। मैं राष्ट्रपति सोलिह और उनके डेलीगेशन की सुखद भारत यात्रा की कामना करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. May I now request His Excellency, Mr. Ibrahim Solih, President of the Republic of Maldives, to make his press statement. Excellency, the floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, good afternoon. It is an absolute pleasure to be here again. I would like to thank you, Excellency Prime Minister Modi, the government and the people of India for the warm hospitality extended to me and my delegation during this visit. Maldives-India relationship goes beyond diplomacy. Our values, our histories, and our cultures are intertwined, making it a traditional relationship. Our centuries-old relationship has grown with political trust, economic cooperation, and coherent strategic policies between our two countries. We see this visit as an affirmation of the close bond that has grown between us. Our relationship has been nurtured and strengthened by regular contact. I hope that we can strengthen the ties we have with Your Excellency and your country. The COVID-19 pandemic has not been kind on anyone. Like many other nations, we were also forced to fully close our borders for months. The result left both our economy and people in distress. Was it not for the generous assistance received in the form of budgetary support, medical assistance and supplies, and the Covishield vaccine donated by the Government of India, our economic recovery would have been hard and long. The air travel bubble arrangement enabled the flow of economic activity. The unrestricted supplies of essential medicines and commodities to the Maldives is evident to the strong bond we share. My government took office with an ambitious development vision. We appreciate India's support and generosity towards realizing this vision and fulfilling our development objectives. During this visit, the Prime Minister and I took stock of the progress made since we last met and discussed ways in which we can further expand and strengthen our relationship. The groundbreaking pouring of the first concrete ceremony of the Greater Malay Connectivity Project and the construction of 4,000 social housing units that we witnessed today stand as testimony to the strong partnership. This moment is made even more auspicious with the approval of the Exim Bank of India buyer's credit funding of $119 million for construction of another 2,000 social housing units in Greater Malay region. I thank the Government of India for this facilitation. I would like to thank the Government of India for facilitating the additional $100 million for the $800 million line of credit through the Exim Bank of India, which I am confident will be an added impetus to ensure the timely completion of important development projects, including the Cancer Hospital in Lamo Atoll, Gan, and the Hanimado Airport expansion project. We recognize and thank the Government of India for the continuous support to develop infrastructure and expansion of our human resource development. We are pleased to add more agreements in various fields that will contribute to the development agenda today. The MOU signed today on cybersecurity aims to promote closer cooperation and the exchange of information pertaining to cybersecurity in accordance with the relevant domestic laws, rules, and regulations, and based on equality, reciprocity, and mutual benefit. Investing in skill development is a high priority for my government. Today, we sign important MOUs that will help enhance our human resources and development. The MOU signed between local government authority, Maldives, and the National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, India, on capacity building and training will build the capacity of members of